For the back of the vehicle, why don't we begin right down in here? Let's go ahead and isolate this one. And let's take a look at this. What is this? Well, it's just the bottom of that storage area. Do we see the bottom down here? I wonder. Let me hit the division key again. Let's tumble down around here. And it doesn't look like we ever see that. So let's go ahead and remove the face on the bottom here. Let's do that. We don't need that. We have our scale applied. That's good. So I think maybe we could just split this panel out from the rest right here. And then we could just grab these corners like we've done before on cubes. And I think that should work. Let's try it. I'll press A, U, and unwrap. And yeah, that looks pretty good. We've got some stretching in the rim of the panel there. Let's go to conformal. Yeah, that looks a little better. All right, let's go with that. Tab back into object mode, hit the division key over here. Okay. And maybe we should work on these things right here. Let's take a look at this. Let's isolate it. And we do have a mirror modifier. We're going to need to apply this since we can see both of them at the same time. But for now, let's remove that mirror modifier to work on it. And this thing, you know, can we remove this bottom panel? Let's hit the division key again. And well, we've got some, it's kind of hanging over there. I mean, we could change that, but no, I think I'm going to leave that bottom face on there. Let's go ahead and do that. It's just one face, so I don't think that's taking up a whole lot of polygons. That's not going to increase our poly counts a whole lot. But for all of this, there's a lot of pieces in here that we'd have to try and do manually, and that would take quite a while. Let's go ahead and give Smart UV Project a try with this one. Let's press U and Smart UV Project. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. We can go ahead and press Control T to clean up the overlaps, but I think that'll be just fine. Let's go ahead and hit the division key and go back. And oh, we should go ahead and apply that mirror modifier. Let's do that. There we go, and hit apply. All right. So let's also take a look at this toolbox. Let me zoom in, and I think the handle is a separate object. So let's go ahead and grab that, hit the division key, and if we combine these two, let's go ahead and do that. Let's press Control J, and we lose our smoothing on this. So let's take a look over here under normals. We can maybe drag this up a little bit. Yeah, something about like that. I think that's pretty good. If we tab into edit mode and grab this with the L key, we can isolate it with Shift H. And I think all we need to do here is grab this edge around here, right there. We can also grab this edge over here, and maybe this edge right back here. Although we don't need these or these here. Let's deselect those. And then let's mark our seam here. Let's press the A key and let's see how we did. U and unwrap. Well, we've got some stretching here. Probably better with conformal, but this is such a small piece of the vehicle, and that's just going to be a uniform texture there, pretty much just all one color. So I'm not too concerned about it. Let's keep moving on. Alt-H, and let's take a look at this. I will go ahead and select these edges on the bottom here. And we'll just grab these corners and add seams to them. And then select it, U, and unwrap. Yeah, I think that'll work fine. All right. There we go. We can also average island scales and pack island just to make sure everything looks okay. Oh, let's select them here. Average island scale and pack islands. There we go. All right, I think that looks good. Let's go back and What else back here can we work on? Well, there's this piece. It's just a cube, I think, just a filler piece. We could go ahead and pretty much do the same thing we just did on the toolbox. The seams on the bottom, and then the seams on the corners, like that. Select it and unwrap it there. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, our scale is uniform, but it hasn't been applied. Let's go ahead and apply that just in case. And let's unwrap it one more time. Yeah, okay. Now let's go back. And what else should we do? We've got the toolbox. This thing, we haven't done this thing yet, have we? Let's grab these two items and let's hit the division key. Let's join them together. There we go. We might have to turn on auto smooth here. And this piece, all right, let's take a look at this. Let's select this with the L key, press Shift H and the period key. And let's just select this edge, and maybe we can deselect one of these. And let's see how this works. It looks like it might need to have its scale applied. So let's tab into object mode, and sure enough, the scale needs to be applied here. Let's press Control A and apply the scale. That's good. We have all ones now. Let's try that again. U and unwrap. That looks better. Okay, Alt H. And for this, do we need the bottom of this? Let's hit that division key and tumble around and see. Yeah, we do see it, right? So we're going to need to keep that. Okay. So even though we need to keep it, we can still go ahead and grab all of these edges right here and mark those as seams. And then these corners here, we could grab and mark these and break these out like this. All right, let's try this. U and unwrap. Yeah, it's kind of at an angle there, but I don't think that's a problem. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. If we hit the division key, we can go back and take a look at what else do we need to do. Well, there are these things right here. Let's work on those. So if we hit the division key, we've got a mirror modifier. Let's go ahead and remove one. And, well, I guess we could do a similar thing that we've been doing here. Let's grab the corners. And then let's break out the bottom part here, like this. And let's see how this works. So I'll hit A, U, and unwrap. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, let's go with that. I'll go ahead and add the mirror modifier. And let's click Apply. Hit the division key, and we're back here. Let's do one more thing here. How about this right here, these rear fenders? Let's isolate them and remove the mirror. And what should we do with this? Let's take a look. Well, it's a very thin piece. It's so thin we may not even need to select these corners and add seams to them. So let's just try and select the top edge all the way around here, like this. And like this, and then let's mark a seam there, and maybe that's all we need. Let's try it. Let's select, let's look at the scale. Okay, those are all ones, that's fine. Let's select it all, hit U and unwrap. Oh, well, not too bad. Let's try conformal, might be a little bit better. Let's add the test pattern and just see. How's it look? It's a little bit warped like this, but I don't think that'll kill us. I don't think that'll cause us too much problems. Yeah, so let's go ahead and add that mirror back and apply. And then let's bring everything back. And now let's go ahead and select everything we've already done now. Let's select this and the toolbox and that, this and this, right? And then let's shift select this fender here, since that has the material on it. And then let's press Control L and link to the material. There we go. So now we can see what we've done. All right, we're moving along. In the next video, let's begin working on some of this in the back.